A new and faster coronavirus test is out, and the FDA is calling it groundbreaking. It's a saliva test that could drive down the cost of COVID testing and make them available to more people. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has the latest on this great news.
This morning, a breakthrough development in the fight against COVID-19. The Food and Drug Administration granting emergency use authorization for Saliva Direct, a saliva-based COVID test developed by researchers at Yale.
This is one of the most significant advances in the 6 months we've been living with coronavirus.
The new test is far less invasive than the widely used nasal swabs, and it can actually be self-administered. Subjects only need to spit into a tube. And thanks to a simplified testing method, the turnaround time is cut from a week to less than 24 hours, something top doctors say is critical to stopping the spread.
If the testing is done to really determine if you are infected and would you be infecting somebody else, that's an unreasonable amount of time to wait.
But perhaps the biggest game changer, the price. One test could cost as little as $10, making it more affordable to test more people more frequently.
We envision Saliva Direct to be a screening tool for large return to programs. So whether that's return to work, return to school.
The NBA, which gave around $500,000 to fund the development of Saliva Direct, allowed the product to be tested on some players, coaches, and staff before they reported to the bubble in Disney World. They found the accuracy of the Saliva Direct results matched almost perfectly with proven testing methods. Researchers behind the test hope to scale it across the country and around the world within weeks. A similar test developed at Rutgers is already being used by Major League Baseball. Players and staff are tested every other day.
It takes, 3 minutes to complete the process, so it's no big deal.
30,000 saliva samples are taken into this Rutgers lab for analysis every day. Roughly 600 are Major League staff and players. Lab Chief Andrew Brooks breaks down the results with us.
Does anyone have COVID-19?
So right here is a patient sample that you can see all 3 genes light up in addition to the control gene. This person's positive for COVID.
So of all the thousands of samples that you guys get in here, a sample is a sample is a sample. That could be a major league player, or that could be a grandma in Indiana.
Exactly right.
Yale School of Public Health says this is not so much a product as it is a process, and is sharing that process with labs across the country that already have the technology, which could be a big impact on testing accessibility. Well, still ahead at noon, if you're sick and tired of being overwhelmed with all the choices of pasta at the supermarket, then you're going to love this today. Mr. Food is bringing back the basics.